Oh, several days. Okay. Okay, Monday. Cool. That's what goes through my head. It's almost the end of summer vacation. This is around when things start getting fired up in preparation for the school festival. Yukari and I are buying things at the shopping district near our school. I want to talk to Yukari about her birthday while we're out. It's her birthday after all, so I want to take her somewhere with a different feeling than our usual dates. Plates, right? Cups, right? Also forks and knives. That's all the tableware we need. Should be. Also wet napkins and stuff. Aprons will be prepared by the costume guys, I think. Yeah, that sounds about right. What happened to the checklist we made earlier? Oh, I have it. She hands me a piece of paper, a piece of neatly folded paper from her pocket. Also a sign and tablecloths, right? Tablecloths. I believe we'll find them in the craft store over there. Where to buy the sign? The blackboard thing, right? Maybe a general store? Let's look into this store. I want her to turn into an alpaca. When is this gonna happen? We head into the next general store we see. Nothing. Well, they don't have any. A shame. Come to think of it, didn't you buy something a bit ago? What was it? Yeah. Actually, just a while ago, I was able to find something that would be perfect for Yukari's birthday present inside the store. I thought I would be able to buy it without her noticing, but it looks like she has. Nah, just bought some slippers since mine are getting old and I wanted new ones. I blurted out a lie. I see. I'm certain she knows I'm probably lying. Yukari, however, doesn't seem to pay it much mind. Maybe she's just being nice. So where can we buy one? One of what? A signboard. Oh yeah. Yukari remembers what we're searching for and thinks about where to get it with a ha sound. Maybe they'll have something over at the new Tokyo Hoods next to the station. I remember that a miscellaneous and everyday general goods store had been built and opened near this earlier this year. Well, let's go there as our last stop. Yeah, okay. What's up? An arcade catches my eye as I stopped moving. No, actually, it's a prize in the UFO catcher that gets my attention. New release. New release? Yeah, Yukari, mind if I stop in for a second? Huh? That's fine, but hey, wait a minute. Before Yukari finishes answering, I rush into the arcade. Yukari races after me in a panic. Okay, so we got virtual bombers. Wait, what? Virtual bombers, but it's you fighting a bear in a Mortal Kombat style. And then there's Goons Crane? Crane? It looks like a G, but Crane? Because that's a G, so. Okay. This is the new release? Right, an alpaca figure. Hey! That's not how you spell virtual, if that's what they're trying to do. Virtual beauty. What kind of game is that? When you say alpaca, you normally think of a plushie, but this one is a figure. The box is about 12 inches tall, so the figure inside is probably about 6 inches. I put some money into the machine as I think about that. I put in, of course, a 50 yen coin, a 500 yen coin, so that's about 5 cents? $5? Because the way that yen, typically you just take a decimal point and just move it 2 points in, and then that's how many dollars it is. Roughly, that's a rough estimate of how much. So like $5, I guess? Or 5 cents? Because I don't know. By putting in the 500 yen, I get 3 tries instead of the usual 2. So I guess $5. For larger boxes like this, it would obviously it's obvious that the claw is too weak to grab the middle of the box. My aim is for the front. It'll be pushed inward bit by the recoil. I sturdily nudge it forward with the first and second try. Then on my third try, I can't use the same technique. It won't move any further when it's this far forward. There. So I guess we're playing this game here. And maybe we're getting this kind of box here. That's why this time I use only one side of the claw to push against it. Wow, got it. It was an easy spot this time. Piece of cake. You sure do like your alpacas. Yeah, I love them. Might love them only second to you. That's right. I really love alpacas. Why? If you were to ask me how much I love them, I'd say more than I love eating 3 times a day. Why do you love alpacas that much? No, that's just crazy. My love for alpacas began long before the recent alpaca boom. I was given an alpaca plushie for my birthday when I was 3 years old and really loved it. The rest is history. Okay, so you, as a kid, you just got a plushie and you're like, yes, this is mine. You became obsessed. Hey, Kazuma, are you okay? Yukari calls out to me with a worried expression. No, it's nothing. Thoughts of Alpaca are distracting me. With Yukari right now, I'm with Yukari right now, so I need to be thinking about her. By the way, Yukari, what? Your birthday is at the end of the month, right? Anywhere special you'd like to go? You remembered my birthday? Of course. What man would forget his own girlfriend's birthday? That makes me happy. So, anywhere you want to go? Let's see. Oh! Yukari points at the arcade while she speaks. The arcade? No, the kingdom. I want to go to Alpaca Kingdom. Alpaca Kingdom? That place is filled with alpacas down in Nazu? Nazu, is that a fictional place or is that real? Yep, that one. Fine with me, but this is for your birthday, you know? I love alpacas too. And I was thinking of a place both of us would enjoy, would be nice. Okay, then let's do that. In front of the station, there's a bus that goes directly there. Can we meet up at the usual spot around 8:30? Okay, sounds good. I also wanted to go to Alpaca Kingdom, so this trip is a pleasant surprise for me. This is supposed to be in Japan. Are there alpacas in Japan? No. No, this is fictional. Right? We acquired the missing sign, and after bringing everything we purchased to the school, I take Yukari out on my bike. Not to the bus stop like usual, but down a dirt path near the river. My house is in the opposite direction, but of course that doesn't matter. On our way back, neither of us speak, but both of us are probably only thinking about our trip to Alpaca Kingdom on the weekend. My head is already filled with curiosities about things like if you can feed them or even ride them. With both of us on one bike, we quietly ride home on a dirt path along the riverside. There isn't anything special about it, but just being with her makes me happy. Aww. Okay. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, 8 days. Oh, okay, we're literally on her birthday. Okay. So I guess this isn't the end. Maybe this is where she turns into an alpaca. She wishes on a star and she turns into an alpaca. I don't know. Today is the long-awaited day for Alpaca Kingdom. I am going to save. Okay. Usually I bury myself in my pillow up until the last moment, but today I woke up pretty early. I even get to our meeting place without being late. Yukari is already there, and she waves happily when she sees me. Good morning. Good morning. Such nice weather today, isn't it? Yeah, ideal weather for an outing. I wonder what it's going to be like there. I can't wait. I researched everything ahead of time, so I shall lead you to any corners of Alpaca Kingdom, my lady. Oh god, don't be wearing a fedora. Okay, I'm in your hands. The bus is here, so let's set out. From the early morning, we are in high spirits. We travel by bus to the station, and from there, we board the Nazu Alpaca Kingdom direct bus. The bus departs the terminal on schedule and smoothly merges onto the highway, heading straight for the kingdom. A few hours pass. The bus we're on arrives at the ranch in the highlands, which are still chilly with the morning air. Okay, that's kind of cute. Hi. Boop, boop. Touchdown! Yay! Fine weather. Ah, the air is so delicious here too. Is it like when you freshly cut grass and you're like, that smells so good? Okay. Ah, I can see alpacas already. Ah, you're right. Are you gonna get like bit by an alpaca and then, oh, maybe it's gonna be like Rama 1.5, where you fall into the pool of a drowned alpaca. Where 1,000 years ago an alpaca fell into a pond and drowned, and anyone that falls into this pond will be cursed to turn into alpaca when they get hit by warm water. The moment we pass through the entry gate into the large ranch, many kinds of alpacas come into view. White, black, brown, gray, beige, mixed colored ones too. Their faces and furs are all different, just like humans. Hey, it looks like we can give food to the ones over here. I believe there is a place where we can buy food nearby. Let's go look. We search around together. Alpaca food. Hey, isn't this it? What Yukari finds is a mechanical dispenser. There's a dinky little poster stuck to the top. Alpaca food, ultra soft. Not for human consumption. Did someone eat this in the past? Probably. If there's a warning sign, someone's done it. Looking over at Yukari, she is already buying the alpaca food. Or feed. I can't have her beating me to it. I brought all the money from my part-time job today, so it's all fitting in my budget. Okay. Hey, Kazama, how much did you plan on buying? Well, after coming all this way, don't you want to feed all the alpacas? Sure, but look at all the kids lined up behind you. Let them have a chance too. Oops, my bad. Looks like that bad habit of mine just reared its ugly head again. I get lost in the moment when it comes to alpacas. As I'm feeling remorseful, Yukari gently punches me in the shoulder. Aww. Come on, you should feed them too, Kuzama. I just got an achievement. Feed the alpaca. Woo, good girl. Eat a bunch. Okay, that is also very cute. We have an animal farm in the city that I live in. It's a small thing. And we don't have alpacas. We have one llama. And he is ugly. But the thing is though, if you call him ugly or if you're like kind of rude to it, you're not even being like mean, but if you just, people notice that if you comment about how unattractive it is, he like spits at you. And so people are told to praise the llama and told to say nice things about it, or else it's gonna, it's gonna target you. And I'm just like, okay, but he is ugly. We also have a peacock, which is weird. And I had like, at work we had a student that was learning our profession. It was a college student, and she's from India, and I guess their national bird is a peacock, and she had never seen one, so she's like amazed, like, oh, you have a peacock? And I'm like, yeah, we got a peacock and peahens and all that. Yeah, and she goes, I've never seen one. I'm like, Oh, okay, cool. Looks like Yukari has already started feeding an alpaca while I've been feeling sorry for what I did. The alpacas are nice, of course, but it's somehow more pleasing to watch Yukari feed them. She laughs with such joy that it makes me feel happy as well. It was a good choice to come to Alpaca Kingdom. What is it? No, nothing. Alright, I'm gonna feed them too. Okay. I begin feeding them alongside Yukari. The alpacas come over to me too when I offer food in my hand. Yay, good boy. By the way, alpacas only have lower teeth. Oh, you're right. So that's why it doesn't hurt. They're completely herbivores after all. Were you bitten? Actually, just a bit ago, it got its teeth on me. Sheesh, you need to be careful. It's fine if you're excited, but, When I look at the alpaca, it's chewing on my entire right hand along with the food. The alpaca is going through the motion of chewing with such a blissful expression on its face, and almost as if it doesn't even notice something wrong. How did you not notice the alpaca bite? Even though it only has lower teeth, you're gonna feel the teeth on the back of your hand, right? I'm assuming you feed alpacas the same way you feed your horse. Hand out, and then they feed from on top of your hand. You don't want to get your fingers. Ooh. I knew a lady that had horses, and she was feeding a horse, and she's had horses her entire life, but I guess just one day something happened, and now she is short a finger, or part of her finger. Like, she lost like 2 digits on like one of her fingers. Yeah, so that was something interesting. Oh, when it happened to me, it spit mine out so quickly. Your hand must be tasty. No, my hand isn't food. Hey, let go. I tried pulling my hand out, but it doesn't budge. This guy doesn't intend on letting go. What to do? You're so calm about this. Oh, wow, Fluffy. Yukari? Yukari doesn't seem to mind the predicament I'm in and is playing around with the alpaca. Whoops, sorry. Hey, bad Mr. Alpaca, spit out Yukama's hand. She finally throws me a lifesaver. The alpaca seems to finally give up on Yukari's insistence and releases my hand from its mouth. Wow, covered in drool. Here, I have a wet naps. So weird to saying that. Wet cloth, wet napkin. Wet naps, what? Thanks. I take the napkin and wipe my hand. It's just about time. Should we have lunch? Sounds good, but there aren't many places to eat here in Alpaca Kingdom. Well, I thought about that already, so I brought a picnic lunch with me. Not bad, Yukari. So where shall we sit to eat them? Glancing around, I search for a good spot to relax. How about around there? It's in the shade and it's probably cool there. Sounds good. Let's do that. We move over together towards the shaded bench. Ta-da! I tried making a few sandwiches today. She opened up her large lunchbox as she says that. Ooh, they look like they came out nicely. There are many types of sandwiches inside, like ham, egg, tomato, and others. I'm not that good at cooking, but I did my best for today. Yukari, who normally never cooks, tried her best to make these sandwiches just for today. What time did she wake up this morning, I wonder? Thinking that she made these for me makes me feel really happy. Okay then, bon appetit. Nom. How is it? Nom nom. Kazuma? Yukari looks worried at me. Yeah, delicious. Thank goodness. So it was all well worth practicing. She gives a deep sigh of relief. Cooking is probably not her forte. Yet she's the kind of girl to always to at least try. Yukari understands her limits and does her best to push them. That's Yukari. I never say it, but I think that's one of her adorable traits. Thanks. No problem. I'll eat too. Phew, I'm stuffed. I hope you enjoyed it. We gaze absent-mindedly at the alpacas after finishing eating. Time goes by slowly as we relax. You know how alpacas move their front and hind legs on the same side together when they walk? Oh, they do. It's called pacing. All the animals in the Camelida family, okay, so I guess like alpacas, llamas, camels, that general family, move like that. Why? Oh, is that so? On that note, when an animal moves its front and hind legs on opposite sides to move forward, it's called trotting. Horses, for example, a little bit of trivia. Okay, thanks, game. Alpacas are domesticated for their high quality fur up in the plateaus of the Andes, where they are generally found. I've heard that before. Alpaca furs sell for quite a bit, doesn't it? Yep. You sure do know a lot when it comes to alpacas. Yep, I don't call myself an alpaca lover for nothing. Oh, and your girlfriend's gonna turn an alpaca. Calling yourself an alpaca lover when your girlfriend's gonna be turned into an alpaca just sounds so wrong. I say that, but I only learned these little details after we decided to come to Alpaca Kingdom. Could it be that you researched all that for today? She knows! She's onto you! Not bad, Yukari. How could you tell? What? Because, Kazama, you said this morning you made sure to research beforehand. I do recall now that I said something like that. Yukari does remember quite a lot of the stuff that I say. I always forget stuff so quickly. Actually, when comparing women to men in terms of memory, I feel like women are generally better at recalling things. I wonder how true that is. Since we were going to come here, I just wanted to expand my knowledge, even if by just a bit more. Thank you. There's an awkward silence. Yukari speaks with a solemn expression. What? Just if, I become an alpaca, would you still love me? Is she already able to turn into an alpaca? Of course. Why this all of a sudden thought? Oh, though. No, it's nothing. Thanks. Could it be you're feeling a bit jealous towards the alpacas? What? No. I know that you've been looking at me as well. When she tells me that, I feel a bit flustered. Yukari expresses her emotions very frankly. Usually I would tease her a bit, but not today. Make sure you look at me too, Yukari. Yeah. Yukari blushes shyly. Alright then. Let's go play with the alpacas. Yeah, go! Oh, the baby alpacas were so cute. I want to see a baby alpaca. Show me a picture. Game! I'm going to put up a picture of a baby alpaca right there. Our afternoon in Alpaca Kingdom involves taking a stroll with the alpacas. If you reserve it ahead of time, then you can walk freely around Alpaca Kingdom with a baby alpaca. Oh my gosh, why isn't this a real thing? Just imagine, like, the publicity about being able to walk around with a baby alpaca. Damn, that'd be awesome. It's pretty popular, by the way, so I suggest reserving it in the morning when the crowds are still small. We managed to finish a lap around the ranch. It was so close to an hour's worth of time. Yeah, they have such tiny, innocent eyes. Kazuma, did you try to secretly ride the alpaca back there? You caught me? Of course I did. Jeez, that was so mean. Well, but aren't you interested? Like, it'd probably feel nice. Well, it sure does look like it would be nice, but that's not the problem. Yukari's voice is strangely gruffed. Gruff? The handler told you before the walk that you're not allowed to ride them at all, didn't he? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm interested, but we need to follow the rules. What if riding the alpacas causes an injury? That would be awful. Does she mean me or the alpaca? If the alpaca were hurt, then they would stop offering the stroll. Ah, she meant the alpaca. And if you were hurt on my birthday, I would be really sad. That's right, it's Yukari's birthday today. I want Yukari to be smiling all day long. Breaking the rules and making Yukari sad is the one thing I mustn't ever do. Yeah, you're right. I apologize. No, it's okay. I apologize for yelling too. She forgives me when I apologize. This is probably the perfect time to give Yukari her birthday gift. Hey, Yukari? No, it's fine. This isn't trying to make up for it. Here, your birthday present. Huh? Happy birthday, Yukari. Is this for me? I bought this just for you, though I'm not sure if you'll like it. Thanks. Can I see what's inside? Go ahead. Yukari removes the wrapping neatly. Every movement she makes is lit by the evening sun. She looks quite beautiful. Aw, cute. The present I picked up for her is a tiny violin pendant. Aw. The gift isn't worth much, as I don't have a lot of money, but the choice comes from my feelings for Yukari. Aw. I was so happy just to be in Alpaca Kingdom, and now I'm getting such a cute present. Thank you. I feel like such a lucky girl. It doesn't end there. I'm going to make you feel luckier and luckier. Aw. So, stay with me from here on out. Okay. That brings down the curtain on our Alpaca Kingdom date. Now to just get on the bus and head back. When is she gonna turn into an alpaca? That was so much fun. I wish we could spend my time like that every day. If I'm with Yukari, then I'm sure it'll be like that. I fall asleep on the bus when we get out, fatigued having built up over the day. Am I dreaming? A violin melody can be heard in the distance. It's a pleasant sound. Summer in the highlands is calm and clear, and gentle breeze. Isn't this the opening? As I stand on the grassy plains, still damp with the morning dew, I quietly close my eyes and lend my ear to that refreshing melody. This is the opening. The love of my life is at my side. We hold each other's hands, wishing we could stay here like this forever. I can hear someone calling my name. That voice is from the love of my life. We'll be at the bus station soon. Why do you sound weird? You slept like a baby. We woke up early this morning, so you're probably really tired. Yeah, looks like it. I slowly returned to wakefulness. Ah, yeah, this is inside the bus. On the way back from the kingdom. The voice ringing in my ear is from the love of my life. Putting my chair back upright, I turned to the seat next to me. Beautiful rich hair. Long curly eyelashes. Beady black eyes. Her smile. Her smiling like that. Yes, it's as if she's an alpaca. Her alpaca? What? Sitting in the polite fashion on the narrow seat next to me with her legs folded smartly. There is, for some reason, an alpaca wearing Yukari's clothes. Okay. Alright. Main character. Oh god. I'm just gonna let this play out. Just footage of real alpacas.